Hello, my name's Kalyn Ohrt. This past fall semester, I interned with MoCan NFL Flag, which is the official youth football program of the NFL. Um, it's actually my third season interning with them. I was with them in the spring, summer, and fall this whole year. A little overview of NFL Flag and what it is there's a 7-week season plus a Super Bowl, which is actually very fun. The kids get little rings like this when they win. It's very neat. Big production put on, and they just love it, and it's a great time. It's a 1 day a week time commitment. They do practices an hour before the game. Um, all players receive officially licensed NFL team gear, which is in like their jerseys. They can wear like Dolphins, Chiefs, Cowboys, and then it's for boys and girls, kindergarten through 8th grade. It's in the spring and summer. The seasons are on Saturdays and Sundays. And Saturdays being in like Chesterfield, and then Sundays in St. Charles, which it's also opening up to more locations on both days, I believe, or like we're continuing to, and that's the plan. And then for this fall season, though, we were just on Saturdays with them being associated with the NFL and NFL games being on Sundays. We kept it to just Saturdays. Some of my roles and duties with my internship were to assist with event setup and breakdown, which is every game day, making sure the fields are all set up, just tents are good, everything's good there. Make sure the refs know which field they're on and what game they have, like make sure they know what teams are supposed to be there, and they know who they're working with, like who the other ref they're working with is, or if they're refing solo, depending on the situation. And then prepare scorecards for the games on game days, which also kind of coincides with making sure the refs have the correct scorecards and stuff like that for the field that they're on. And then another thing is to direct player, coaches, parents to their field that they're playing on. Just make sure if anyone has any questions, I'm there to answer them and help direct them to where they're supposed to be. Another thing is to sell extra merchandise that we have underneath our HQ tent, where we just are there to set up if anyone has any questions, to if they need extra flag belts, say they forgot theirs, dog chewed them, no matter what. Just make sure that we have that, and I'm there to assist them if they need that, a mouth guard, gloves, any of the other cool little swaggy stuff that we sell, also like socks, arm sleeves, and stuff like that. Some of my goals that I had for this internship were to take on leadership roles. I was able to achieve that goal. I got to be game day lead and run a few weekend game day events where I took charge, and so that was very accomplishing feeling getting to do that, and I loved being able to do it. Another goal that I had for myself was to be more confident in myself and the work that I do. So I would say I achieved that because I did grow the confidence to know that, like, if someone's going to trust you with something, you need to trust yourself also. And yeah. What did I learn? Communication is very important. When I was the only one there and was like the game day lead, I would have to communicate back to like Ian or Dakota and let them know if there was something going on. If I like say in the earlier weeks and we're still figuring out uniforms, people need exchanges and stuff. Like when I'm the only one there, have to communicate it back to Ian so that he can make sure we get the uniform exchange and he gets the correct one ordered from the warehouse, and then we get it all picked up and everything, and then I can bring it for the next weekend and things like that. And then another thing is just always be prepared. You can never be too prepared. That's anywhere, I think, and it's always good to have a backup plan because like there was a day we had refs and one of them was running late, but luckily Chase was there and he was prepared, and he was kind of like our backup plan, and because this ref in case the other reffing solo wasn't able to. And he actually requested to not ref solo, so it was good that we had a backup plan for Chase to be there and be able to fill in and ref also. So my biggest takeaways and like personal growth that I had from this internship were starting off with biggest takeaways are don't be afraid to take on more responsibilities. It can seem very intimidating and scary and just overwhelming at times, but like it's only going to help you grow and make you realize that you are capable of doing more than you think you are in 99% of the time. So, and also big takeaway that like youth sports is really fun to work in. I had always been like, oh, I want to work with like a big pro team, blah, 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 and stuff like that. But which working with NFL flag is like connected, but it's so much fun to see these kids like smiles and everything that how excited these families are, parents, when you get there and you set up the game days, you get the fields all good, the feather flags put up, the tents and the signage all around, and they can just see, have a fun environment, the music's going, and seeing how happy it makes these kids and how much fun they have, it makes it all worth it and it's a good time. And then some personal growth that I had was being better at taking initiative. I used to always be very hesitant when it comes to things, and I still am at times, but I do think I have grown in the fact of being willing to take initiative and do what I believe needs to be done. And that kind of coincides with my decision-making skills because I think those have improved because I used to always be hesitant about doing things, but like now I think my decision-making skills have improved, so I'm more apt to go ahead and go forth with something. What would I tell my younger self? This is I really like this slide. Don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone. I feel like that's something anyone can take advice from, but especially my younger self, it's never like you're never going to grow or get to experience anything new or have new opportunities if you just stay where you're comfortable. I never thought I would be comfortable in taking on a lead day game day by myself, but I learned that I loved it, and it just showed that I'm capable of more things and just want to continue to grow within this like internship site and everything there. Another big thing is take advantage of every opportunity presented to you. You never know what could come out of that opportunity. Like, and just you have nothing to lose by taking advantage of the opportunities, so you might as well just go for it. And then don't stress out over the little things. Something I have always done is just goes back to the overthinking. I just stress out and it's not going to help you in the long run, and it's not going to help you now like at the time. It just doesn't do anything besides make you feel stressed out. So yeah, and that's actually younger me in those pictures. So advice for incoming students, listen and trust Dr. Valeska. She really is just the best. That's all she's the best. When you first get in the program, it can seem overwhelming or like trying to get an internship, that stuff, but like trust the process. I remember I was so overwhelmed and like, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? But it has helped me grow as a person and everything in just so many different ways, and just trust it and you'll become more confident. The more you do stuff, the more confident you become. So just trust the process. Another big thing is take all assignments seriously, because these classes, like the sport management classes, actually help you outside of the classroom, and you will be able to see, like when you're at your internship, the assignments that you do, the podcasts that you listen to actually correlate with what you're doing at your internship sites and how they can help you. And my last thing is go on trips and like work other events, like local events, like get involved pretty much as you can. Trips are a great way to just like really get to explore and see what all is out there, all the different possibilities and stuff like that. And then advice for like current sport management students is just keep staying up to date and updating your LinkedIn. That's huge. Being on there, being active, just I've talked to many people like at internships and stuff like that, and they always say like LinkedIn's one of the first places they check to see like what you're up to and stuff. So always make sure you're keeping that updated, and then try to go on trips to gain the further experience if you can. You're in the program, so you like try to take advantage of all these trips and learn as much as you can. Advice about the program and the courses. Buy into the program and it will pay off for you. If you put your all into this program, you will get the most out of it, and it will work out for you in the end once you graduate, in terms of getting a job or just being satisfied with your time. And like that you have to do internships, so if you take advantage of them and just do put your all into them, you will get more out of it, so and probably enjoy it. Be willing to get experience. That's another big thing. If you're not, it's just not as fun. It's so much fun if you buy into this program. Actually, it's such a fun way to learn and just experience things. Actually listen to the podcast, because like I was saying, they do very much so like overlap into the real world and actually correlate with things that you deal with in day to day, and just can help you realize things that you didn't even know, and just get advice from people that have been in the industry for a long time. And then another big thing is, don't be afraid to ask Dr. Balesko for help. Never be afraid to talk to her. Never be afraid to ask for anything. She's always there to help me, no matter what the situation is, school-wise, resume, I don't know what to say about this, and just things like that. She's always there to help you, so just don't be afraid to ask. Overall, to conclude this presentation, I would say that Mocan NFL Flag is like a great league and a great place to have an internship at. It provided me with many different learning experiences and opportunities to grow, like getting to take on the leadership roles and just other things like that, and find out like all how big like NFL Flag is as a whole. But overall, yeah, I just really love the program and the league as a whole. And also, don't be afraid to believe in yourself. Like, have confidence. That's another big thing, I just think, and put yourself out there, because it can lead to amazing opportunities. So if you have any questions about my time with the internship, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. I do try to stay pretty active on there. And then if you were curious and wanted any more information about Mocan NFL Flag, I put the link down below to the website.